Hello and welcome to Slippery People. I'm Liliana Velasquez and I have the fabulous one and only Lilly Mortis with me today from the Velvet Creepers and many, many other performances around Berlin and internationally. How are you?
Very good. Thanks for having me. I'm super excited to be here. I was a bit worried, like, am I like interesting enough?
Of course.
I think, and then I decided, yeah, obviously, I'm amazing. And yes, thanks for having me. Like, I'm super excited to be here. I would say I'm here as the artist behind Lilly Mortis, and maybe the diva, the icon, the siren, humanitarian, animal lover.
This is her humble look.
Yes, always helpful.
So Lilly, welcome to Slippery People. We always ask everyone 3 questions, and I would like to start off. I mean, you and I actually met through Full Moon Cabaret.
Oh yeah,
which was
ages ago.
I know.
I was so young.
I was also so young.
Wait.
I
was like,
well,
imagine it was like
this is how we were when we were young.
Cute.
So much.
Yeah.
But we met through Full Moon Cabaret, and we had many adventures. We went to Edinburgh Fringe together. Actually, I think that everything that you've done so far was manifesting from many conversations at the Fringe.
Yes.
My first question to you is, what is your first memory of Sunday Slips?
All right. So, my first memory of performing at Sunday Slips, because I went there before, obviously, and I knew what was going on. And I remember being very stressed about the fact that I was unaware that obviously it can't be a cover or stuff. And because I do cabaret as a singer, I very much like specialize into, let's say, like reinventing popular songs into my own versions, or like fucking with it, basically. And then I was like, oh no, and now I need to be original on top of everything. I'm like, oh my God. I'm not very original. No, actually, and then I did this beautiful piece based on one of the characters I had. That was years ago.
I remember the outfit so well,
right?
Because it just, one, you were upcycling materials.
Yes.
And it really emanated the song that you sang and the story behind it. And it also kind of, the outfit grew, if I recall. Like it started kind of smaller and then all of a sudden,
yes,
it took over the whole space.
And it was really difficult to get there because it's made out of all these like different plastic materials. I call it the Queen of Guts. Unfortunately, the outfit,
Queen of
Guts, because to me it looks like intestines, and it just comes out of the skirt, and it's also like a painful performance in a way. I think that's generally
your style is a little bit dark, and you're very light in color dynamics, but you're very dark. I mean, you have all these baby head pieces in one of your performances.
Yeah.
And quite.
There's something, I think I'm aspiring to become some kind of Disney villain character. So
aspiring.
I'm aspiring Disney villain. Because I think that kind of type of femininity that's very powerful and scary is really something that needs representation.
I love the Disney villains. I find them to be more authentic to how the world treats women.
And they're all queer. That's the thing. Like
Are they all queer?
I would say most Disney villains are queer or read as queer. I don't know. I mean, maybe we need to Google it, but that's my personal.
I would think all these princesses are just closeted bisexuals.
Like, think of like the evil one in The Lion King. Like, he's definitely queer.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yes,
and then if you look at Ursula.
Ursula's wearing latex.
Right? Like, they're all kinky and queer. I think to be a Disney villain is like a very good place to be. So, yeah.
I see you like a combination also between the Addams Family, but the one that wears white and is scary too.
Ooh, the nice one. Yes, I get that.
She's like the scariest one, but she's like all in regular outfits in the daytime.
I think there's something twisted about the Lilly Mortis character. Definitely, I think that was very much at the origin of the creation of the persona. I think it was darker when I only did more of like performance art and was leaning towards burlesque when I was still in London.
Yeah.
And then I think it was through the Creepers where I then kind of circle back to what it was I was doing long before, because I've always been a singer. So going back to being like the singer and host, I had to reinvent that character, because like you have to be relatable in a way. So there's this kind of interplay of like, she's charming, but over the top, completely like...
Larger than life.
Yes. Like very arrogant, but like who cares what peasants
this
say?
Is what she looks like on stage. I don't know.
Yeah, some fabulous. There's many looks, but
there's many looks.
I do really believe that it's a parody of Marlene Dietrich in a way. It's a parody of the Cabaret Madame, but in a slightly twisted way.
It's like if Marlene Dietrich came back from the dead and was having a breakdown.
Yes. I always say what we do is Weimar Kabarett on acid, and I think there's a lot of truth to that.
Yes.
Because it is a bit of a journey. Like every show that we do, like really, like it's like a therapy session. It's just a lot easier on the eyes, and I'm not qualified.
I'm not a therapist.
So like, yeah.
So this Sunday Slips actually I think was one of the times before you started working with the Creepers, right in between Full Moon, where you had decided that you were going to become a singer again, that you were really going to own hosting. This song was about homelessness?
Yeah.
Because I'm a creep?
I think it was Creep, yeah.
Yes.
Creep is still in our show actually. It's one of the typical songs of our show, and I think the version I did at Sunday Slips was like a complete like reinvention of that piece, because I did many versions of that with the dress. So there's one that's more of a dark fairy tale. There's one that was very like about homelessness, about Berlin. So like there's so many different.
It was the homelessness one that I saw.
That's the one that you saw,
and it moved me. It was such a moving piece, and just the visual aspect of it, your singing is incredible, as we know. When can we see you again with the Velvet Creepers? Being that we're on that subject.
Generally I would say we're a regular show. We're at the Ballhaus Mitte, the pretty one, the 1920s one, so I can come down the spiral staircase so everybody can appreciate me.
It is a beautiful
that's
entrance.
Why we're there. And so the next one is the last weekend of May.
Perfect.
Which is also my birthday weekend.
Oh, we're celebrating.
Yes. So I am intending to drink my own weight in Prosecco.
As if you don't do that already.
And see how that goes. That's my thing for turning 36, and see how much.
36? Oh, congratulations.
It's my lucky number. So I have really good feelings about this year.
Excellent. Next question is, being through everything that you've been through right now and the success that you're building with the Velvet Creepers, with your performances, with your costume making, you're also a German teacher, one of the best German teachers, may I say, especially if you're an artist or a performer who doesn't want to lose their identity when you speak a new language. I highly recommend. She's expensive, but worth it.
Yes, she's not cheap. This doesn't come cheap.
This does not come cheap. What would you tell your younger self?
I have so much good advice because I did so many things so terribly wrong. So I'm full of amazing advice that I could give people. Okay, so first up, stay single.
Stay single. I love that.
I think that's a thing that's probably not be in a relationship at all. That's not what I mean. But to not melt into another person.
Don't lose your identity with your couple. That is a very good.
Because that's something that can happen a lot, and it's definitely something that happened to me. And I think there's something about heteronormative relationships that I feel are a bit dangerous with that. So disappearing behind that.
Yeah.
So
also in our youth. I mean, the older we get, the more comfortable we're in our skin, and it's
Exactly. So when you're young, I think it's very easy to just shape your life around somebody else, and that's not a great idea, I think, to do. Also, another good advice: find a sport. That's what I should have done when I was younger.
Find a sport.
A sport that you play regularly that is fun.
What have you found now?
Nothing.
So it's advice that you could take today as well.
Yeah, masturbation.
That's not a sport. That's more of a hobby. Or the
way I do it, I will argue it is sport. I think it's So that's advice that I didn't I have lots of advice that I never took. I'm still not there.
Well, don't lose your identity when
don't lose your identity.
Because I think it also happens to gay relationships.
Everybody.
I think it's more about age.
Maybe you're right.
When you meet someone. Versus there is always abusive relationships, but I think when you're younger, it's so much easier. You're also learning from your partners a lot. It's I dated somebody who was a metalhead. Guess what? All of a sudden I like metal music.
Right.
Then I dumped them. I'm I don't like that.
Yeah, I see that happen a lot in younger people. And I think what I feel is super important, especially when you're an artist, or for everybody, is the circle of people you surround yourself with is so important for how you can develop, how to get inspired, if you're just surrounded by people who do cool stuff and they're just casually there, that is priceless. To just know people. I mean,
it's constructive environments.
Yes, and it makes all the difference. I mean, the incredible people I know in Berlin. Look at the Lunacy Collective.
I was just thinking about Lunacy. Big shout out to Lunacy. We love you so much. We're so grateful to everything that you've provided for us.
Absolutely.
From the pandemic, where we were performing in a labyrinth.
Yes, that was so
and we all got to create our own characters. We got to write our 4-hour installation pieces. But it was a supportive group that allowed you to take these risks.
Yes. And then just think about how multi-skilled all the people are. I mean, Mark and Nick, they're also do most of our videos.
Yeah.
And it's just, you don't even have to think about who to ask. You just that's my friend, they're really cool, I ask them. And that makes
priceless.
you grow so much. And also you level up. I mean, that's the really cool thing.
Or even with Billy as a director,
Yes.
she sees everybody's strengths and lets you do. And then we'll tweak in a very constructive manner what fits more for the whole picture. But in the end, she's not coming to you and being I want you to do something outside of what you're natural at. She'll just take what you're bringing and be okay, we want more, we want less. We're going to put you in this cage. You're going to be in a fish tank. We're going to suspend you from the staircase. Hope you're comfortable.
Exactly. You're fine with that, no? Super. Yeah. It's I do believe that the Lunacy Collective is responsible for a lot of growth of all of us as well. Also it's so funny when you find somebody, or like in this group, we all have a very similar aesthetic, but every performer is completely different.
Yes.
And that's very rare, because I see that a lot in ensembles, let's say burlesque ensembles or whatever. Like, you sometimes have they're all like very the same.
Yeah.
So they can make amazing group acts because everybody's the same height and stuff. But that's not what it's about. It's also not about what your training is, your background.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't even know you could be an artist without having professional training in that sense.
I didn't even know you had to have professional training to be an artist. Like,
No?
I came from the opposite thing.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, there's no art. You know, like I obviously know there's art school now, but in my youth, I thought it was just like a rebel thing. And like, you're an artist.
You just run away.
You run away.
Yeah. And I totally did that as well, in a way. Like, I ran away with the circus. You know, like, I left a high-flying university job to run away with the circus, with the cabaret in that sense, a little bit. But
And now you live it 24/7.
I feel that I have managed to somehow bring the bits that I had broken apart back together. I think that's the
good.
achievement of the last years. So to say, like, as you said, for example, with my language teaching, it is not separate anymore from my performance. People appreciate me because I bring that.
Yeah.
And before, imagine when I was starting burlesque, so I was basically doing stuff that I like, where you see like a naked body, and at the same time teaching at a university. That doesn't really go together, so they can't know. That's why the Lilly Mortis character was so important as well.
Identity-wise, so
Yes.
that you wouldn't be fired from your job.
Yes, because like my name and the Lilly Mortis name, they don't appear anywhere together. And now they do, though, because now I'm self-employed. Now I have my own.
So it's full circle for you.
I think so.
That's beautiful.
Also having like a language teaching approach that is like, I'd say like a queer-friendly, safe place, like appreciation, like there's so much more.
It's also the way that I feel in regular schooling, they should do that with children. They have a very standard, like everybody has to learn at the same speed and level, and you're chastised for not keeping up or for not understanding right away. But you capture this, we're all adults in your class, but you do capture that we each need a separate, just like a tweak, a small tweak. This person likes to talk more, but they're bad with, and I'm talking about myself, grammar. This person is really great at grammar, and so we're going to combine them so they support each other and push each other in their uncomfortable areas, you know, because like when I have somebody that corrects my grammar without too long of an explanation, the conversation keeps flowing, and I retain it. When I get too long of an explanation, I will shut down.
Yeah, I mean, keeping the flow, I think, is something that you just know when you're a performer, because you can't jump in and out of the levels all the time. It's like, I also feel like in a way, like maybe that's a bit of a big statement, but hosting, but that's what we're here for now. Like, right, so like hosting a cabaret show like this, or our cabaret show, let's say in specific, like there's a message to it.
Of course.
It's not just, oh, look at this, there's naked people and sparkles and stuff. There's like some really deep topics that are being addressed. And
I mean, we had period empowerment in the last one that I saw. It was the subject matter, the consent.
So fun.
Yes, and so how's it possible we all get our periods on the same week? Yes. I was doing your ticketing, or your raffle. I had mine, Dunya, Fifi, you. It was a wild backstage.
Yes. And did Dunya do the tampon act in this one?
I don't remember.
Because Dunya also has a tampon act.
Yeah, I know, I love it. I borrowed the tampon outfit to host a live stream for Holy Cunt.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think, so...
Which is actually the same size as the Holy Cunt, the Growler character. So like the tampon
you were perfect.
We were actual two size.
Oh my God, so you would have fitted into the
If it was an open hole, if it was a real gaping hole, I would have fitted
straight
through.
in.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
So let's go on to our last question for the evening. And your birthday's coming up, as you mentioned. You have all this great energy about what's happening in your life, and you feel like it's all full circle. What is in the future for you? What are your goals or manifestations or dreams? Where do you see Lilly Mortis?
That's a good question. All right, so I think it's coming together really nicely. So I think I'm very happy where we are right now. I think we really like having established that thing that we can do, like basically queer theater in a place like the Ballhaus because it has a cabaret frame. That is incredibly lucky because like we can reach an audience that is not necessarily a queer audience or a cabaret audience.
Yeah,
like
you have a very mixed audience.
Yeah, and we have all the dressed up.
Yeah.
Everybody's there. Yeah, and everybody dresses up and everybody's living their best life and they're fabulous. So I think to me, a cool thing is that we're also doing more is we do Gastspiele. So we're taking it to other theaters outside of Berlin because I need to see how that goes down somewhere else.
Have you been to Vienna with it?
That would be very nice.
That would be very nice.
The next one we do Leipzig. We do like other places in Germany, and that's also very interesting because like I'm very aware of the Berlin bubble because I'm not from Berlin.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Berlin will swallow you. Like all of a sudden, you're just doing everything in Berlin all the time in Berlin, and you think you're international, and you can be, but it very quickly can just become local, local, local.
Yes, and then it's like...
Don't you know I'm local? Sorry.
That as well. It's also very local. Yeah, I just want to see, like, I want to carry the message out. So basically, that's my calling, I think.
I mean, I could see the Velvet Creepers in LA.
Yes, and I think...
Or in New York City.
I think touring is also amazing for us because we're basically just three, plus like a wonderful
I mean, you're three,
guest.
but you're three with like 17 suitcases each.
It's actually surprising, I would say, how well packed people are. So I'm the one. Okay,
I've seen pictures of you all wearing your headdresses on the airplane because you can't pack them.
Well, the thing is, I'm the one who has like all the big headdresses normally, and they're very difficult to pack.
Yes.
So. And then Dunja has hoops. Yeah, I think you're right. But I think it's doable.
Of course.
And we just do more nudity and just or tiny
No,
outfits.
it's doable.
And then it just all fits into like a tiny person. It's going to be fine.
Yeah.
So I think that's a massive mission for me to bring it to other places. And I think I'm in a good place where I just want to like keep going. That's like a very boring goal.
I mean, you've built a great brand. It's actually relatively new.
We're running a cabaret empire. I would say, we're going to take over the world.
Empire. Well, you saw her here first at Slippery People. They're going to take over the world with the Velvet Creepers. She's one of our Sunday Slips OGs, original gangsters from back in the day when we were at Ligari. This show I highly recommend. I hope that all of you have a chance, an opportunity wherever you are in the world to find out more. We're going to share a small little video clip of what's happening so you can follow Lilly Mortis online. And if you like what you see, write, comment, share. And come to Sunday Slips. We're at Zoom Crocodile every Sunday at 8 p.m., no matter what. I'm Liliana Velasquez, and this is my beautiful guest, Lilly Mortis.
Thank you.
Thank you.